Welcome to Revive and Thriveology. I help women transform their lives by harmonizing their living space through holistic home practices. I'm your host, Lisa Morton. I'm a nature-loving designer, dog lover, and I'm health and wellness obsessed. If you're feeling stuck in life, feeling unsettled, disconnected, and just looking for more, then this is for you. Years back, I was at a point in my life where I was struggling so bad with my mental health and wellness. And while I'd started a yoga practice, meditation, and done all these great things for myself, there was still something missing. The key was my home, was my space. In this podcast, we'll be covering topics to improve your home, health, and well-being, such as holistic interior design, feng shui, color psychology, clutter clearing, home organizing, and so much more. I have 20 years in the interior design industry and 10 years as a certified feng shui consultant, and I love to continually learn different modalities to improve your space. Join me as I dive into actionable tips to improve your home in 25 minutes or less. I'm here to help you feel inspired and supported. Join me here every Wednesday for a fresh episode. Welcome to Revive and Thriveology. I'm your host, Lisa Morton, and I'm so excited for today's episode. I have my first guest on the podcast. I really want to talk today about creating a space to encourage health and wellness in your body, specifically movement, right? Because I'm a big fan of moving and exercising your body. And I have my good friend, my trainer, my amazing friend, Stephanie Anspach here with me today.
Hi.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
So we're going to talk about creating a space to improve your health and wellness. And what I think is really cool about Stephanie is she has all this knowledge about movement, about body mechanics, like all this stuff, right? Fitness, health, and wellness. But what's really cool is prior to all of this, she went to design school.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so you have this totally different view of how to create a space. And so I'm like, you are the perfect person to help me explain, help me provide ideas, and give tips to create a space to move and to feel inspired.
Yes.
So I had a little overview, but please introduce yourself to our group.
Yes. So I'm Stephanie. I am a personal trainer and a wellness coach at a local studio that Lisa attends, takes my classes, and I have a handful of clients that we work on a range of things: balance, mobility, strength, cardiovascular health. So I've been with the studio for about 3 years, but like you said, I had a career change about 4 years ago, went back to school, got my degree in health and exercise science, but had come from the design world. I worked at a local lighting supply house doing lighting design for one of the big builders around here, and wanted to somehow figure out how to combine my love for helping people with this newfound love for fitness and moving my body. So went back to school and have never looked back and love every bit of what I do. So
I love that.
Yes.
I love your passion. Like you can just I'm in the room with you and I can feel how excited. If I have a question about, hey, I'm doing this exercise and it feels funny, how can I fix it? And she's like, oh, well, you just do this and this. And it's so easy.
Those are my favorite questions. I love movement assessment and, let's try this and let's tweak this, and the problem solving that comes with all of that, and helping someone move in a pattern that was causing them issues, and then tweaking these tiny little things, and oh my gosh, that doesn't hurt anymore, or oh my gosh, I figured it out. I mean, we worked with your squat. So. Yeah, we worked with your squat stance and
getting my feet just right. It was a huge difference.
Yeah, and it was so fun to explore that with you, but then to see how it translates in your life and continues your journey towards your goals is all so rewarding on my end. So
that's great. It's interesting. It kind of hit me. It's kind of similar to approaching your space, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go in someone's space, everyone's space is different. They live differently. They move differently. They require different things in their space, just like their body. They're going to move. Everybody's built different. So that's really cool.
Absolutely.
I want to touch on the lighting thing because you have so much knowledge about lighting, and most people are like, you just turn on a lamp, right?
Yeah.
But there's so much more to it, you know, all those different colors and the cool tones, you know. I always joke and kind of call some of the cool tones like hospital vibes.
Yes.
And then you get those like nice warm tones and they feel so cozy and warm. If someone were designing a home gym, let's talk a little bit about it, like a home workout space. It doesn't have to be a gym, just a workout space. You're going to do yoga, Pilates, lift some weights, whatever. Tell me about some lighting. Like, what would you recommend? Like, more cool, more daylight? Tell me what you think.
You probably want to go with something that's more warmer tones. The skin color looks a lot better.
I love you.
I mean, you don't want to look washed out while you're, you know, lifting weights.
It's like trying on a bathing suit at Target.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You don't want to feel bad about yourself. You want to get to a place where you're like, oh, okay, well, I feel really good. You know, think about the shadowing. If you have lighting up overhead, you're going to see more shadows all the way down. Sometimes that's good. You know, not necessarily good for when you're putting makeup on in your bathroom. You don't want the shadows there, but shadowing and noticing, you know, definition in muscles, having an overhead light like that is a lot better. It makes you feel a lot better. It makes you look a lot better. So
I love that.
Yeah. So overhead lighting, nice warmer tones. You know, you can comment on the coloring that we. That
well, let's pop into color.
Yeah, there you
know.
go. Yeah.
So I thought about this story as I was driving today. I had a gentleman who we worked on their space, and he created this home gym. And I told him one of my favorite colors to bring into a home gym or a workout space is orange, like little pops of orange. Like someone I know, we got these bright orange baskets to store some towels in, like just little pops of orange. Well, I get to this gentleman's house. He had painted his entire gym like construction zone cone orange.
I'm sure there's a lot of energy in that room.
Oh, yeah. He was so excited.
That's awesome.
That I was just like, okay, this is making you really happy. We're going to run with it.
Yeah. Well, I'd be curious what the lighting that he picked in there was, because think about it, if you're going with more of the cooler toned like lighting, like the daylight or the 6,500 kelvins, like that's going to completely change that orange and almost wash it out, versus going with the warmer tone, or more like 3,000 kelvins is usually like the soft white, or a pretty middle of the road that usually makes every color look really nice. So
awesome. Okay. Well, what I had to do though is bring in. We kept the orange, right? Because I wasn't gonna burst his bubble of like loving this room that glowed, and his wife was giggling the whole time. Awesome. But we brought in some artwork and stuff with like very neutral tone. They just like bring it down a little bit. Yeah. You know, so we had to find some balance. So I'm a big fan of orange, pops of yellow. Like I talk about, you know, there's a workout facility that their whole vibe is all about the color orange, and it has a presence, it has an energy to it.
Absolutely.
You know, just like a yoga studio might have a little more like lavender tones, more aquas, turquoise, blues for more fluidity. What are like a few things that you think would be great to bring into a workout space? Like any colors or anything you've experienced or you've suggested to your clients?
Well, our studio has fire engine red in it, and it is intense, but it also has a lot of good energy behind it. So, you know, reds, the oranges, a really bright yellow, an electric green, like really bright colors like that.
But some of those vibes might be you. Like I've told people this. You go work out with Stephanie, and your belly is sore from laughing just as much as it is from working out.
Yes, we have a good time. And usually, the instructor, I'm the one sweating more than everybody else because I'm so animated.
You make it fun. It
is a good time, yeah.
So let's talk about setting up their space with tools. So if you had to pick, let's say, 5 things to put in someone's space for fitness, I'm thinking,
their home gym.
Yeah, like a kettlebell of X weight, or a dumbbell to start here, or just someone's looking to create a fitness space, they have a little nook in their basement, what can I get? What would be like 5 staples to start with?
Okay. Resistance bands would probably be really high on my list.
Is that the loop kind?
The looped one, either ones. The looped ones or the ones with a handle. And then I would come up with a way to add either hooks, like J hooks to the wall, or something that was mobile that you could hook like carabiners into so that you can anchor, some kind of anchor point for the space. So
maybe a heavy piece of furniture.
Heavy piece of furniture, something like that. Yeah. So if you can't screw anything into the wall, heavy piece of furniture or something that you can loop over the door to create some kind of an anchor point that is mobile, because you can do tons of pull exercises, push exercises, and then having that ability to change height and position gives you a huge variety for a home gym space that's maybe not much bigger than this room. So exercise bands would be high on the list. Definitely some range of dumbbells and or kettlebells. If you're a beginner, go lighter. That's totally fine. If you need something a little bit heavier, they do make dumbbells where you can adjust the weight on them. But dumbbells in combination with resistance bands can also create more weight for you. So there's a lot of different ways you can use.
So say like a resistance band around your legs as you're holding the weights and squatting or something.
Yeah, or say you only have 8-pound dumbbells and you feel like I don't want to do 100 curls to create some kind of progression. So wrap the resistance band around each hand, step on the resistance band, and now with your 8-pound dumbbells, yeah, you got to get pretty creative when you're limited on space and equipment. So you can create.
I love that.
Yeah, and so then with however many resistance bands that you have, say you have 5 different resistance, you can start to progress in that manner. You can double them up. You can fold them in half. So there's a lot of different options for resistance bands.
You have a solution for everything.
I've had to get really, really creative sometimes. I would say some kind of box or step. So resistance bands, dumbbells, some kind of box or step.
Like a step aerobics type step is what I'm visualizing.
That, or if you can build some kind of 12 by 12 by 12 step, and then if you have the ability to build a higher one, you can do a lot of squat exercises, hinge exercises, and push exercises. So push-ups, incline push-ups, your feet or your chest is inclined. You get creative. You can stand on the step. You can jump over the step. You can jump on the step. You can jump down from the step.
You could do step aerobics, jump up, spin
aerobics.
Around.
Yeah, there's a lady.
There's the lady.
There you go. There is somebody in class that likes to show off.
Oh man, she's good.
Her skills.
I just can't do it. That whole spin
either.
thing.
Oh yeah, no, not me.
So was it 3 or 4?
That was 3.
3. So what's 4?
3. Some kind of cardio machine, whether it's a treadmill, a bike, a rower. Maybe it's a speed bag that you can hang from the ceiling.
And if they don't want to invest in that, go out and go on a walk.
Go on a walk, go for a
Go on a bike, right?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Yep. Tennis shoes, some kind of cardio equipment. There you go.
Tennis shoes work. 5. All right, number 5.
Number 5. Oh, goodness. Let's see. I mean, kettlebells are really good. Kettlebells are really good because you can do a lot of offset stability exercises with that. A lot of overhead work can create a lot of stability in the core with a kettlebell because it's not centered like your dumbbell is. The weight is off to the side. You can create, especially if you have wrist issues. I know a lot of people deal with carpal tunnel. So creating a kettlebell positioned upward creates a lot of stability in your wrist. Ooh. Will help strengthen other muscles in your forearm so that carpal tunnel is less of a...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Can I add a bonus?
Yes, absolutely.
a foam roller.
Oh, yes. Foam roller.
You got me using a foam roller.
Foam roller, yes. For recovery, for a little bit of warm-up, yes.
It feels so good.
It does feel really good.
Flip on the TV at night and the dogs are snoozing and I'm like foam rolling my legs and I'm like, this is heaven.
Yes, it can be a game changer for your recovery if you're dealing with a lot of soreness, and maybe, sleep and nutrition haven't been the best in the last day or so. That'll definitely promote a lot of healing.
It just feels delightful.
There you go.
I think it's nice. Like, I'll turn the lights down and everything, and it's just kind of like relaxing, like a little self-care moment, maybe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So I want to know, have you had any experience that kind of transformed, your view of what you do? Because we're going a little serious now. Like, that was fun, right? But you work with people. They're going through things, they're working towards goals. Maybe they've been struggling with something for a long time. I'd love to hear a story about, a significant experience with a client that touched you, that you felt like you had great success with, or just was a challenge or something you overcame.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I have a lot of different stories that could fall into this. So, specifically with the training that I do, the personal training, I have a client that she was struggling to get up overhead in a straight line. So her left side was very forward, and that was due to a lot of vision issues that she's had. A couple different surgeries on a detached retina didn't go very well. So she's kind of losing sight in her left eye. And she always feels like she's shifted to the left. Excuse me. So we've really been working really hard on her depth perception of things and just getting comfortable with feeling like she is straight. But also there's such a side to it in, we're aging and we aren't able to do the things that we used to be able to do. And, she and I have had a lot of kind of hard conversations around that as she gets frustrated with, I can't do this and I should be able to do this. So, slowing her down and saying, you know what, like, you're still able to do this, and this, and you're 74 years old. Like, watching her process that and understand that I'm still capable of a lot of things. I might not be capable of absolutely everything that I want to be capable of because I have aged, but just listening to her self-talk shift away from anger, frustration, disappointment to, okay, well, I still can do this. I still can go to yoga class and I can still participate and I can still get stronger. And she has. And, just listening to her conversation with herself has been so rewarding. And I mean, most of the time she's thanking me for something that, like, I didn't really do. I just gave her the space to kind of let her hair down and settle. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really good. We do at the studio, we have a lot of a healthy amount of women that are a little older in their 60s and 70s. And I always say they're so inspiring because these women will hold that plank so long.
Yes.
They are not going to come out of the
Yes.
plank. I mean, these women have a grit, and I hope to be like that.
I tell them all the time, I want to be like you when I grow up, and they just laugh at me. I'm like, no, but seriously, I want to move like you guys do when I'm your age. And they're, older than my parents. And I would love to be able to still move the way that they're moving and have that determination and that tenacity and that, like, sass that they have. Yes.
They've got like spunk, and it's just so
sure.
fun to see.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I think that's inspiring to younger people. I think that's what's great about working out. A lot of times you'll go to a gym and it's all young people, or you go to a yoga studio and it's all they're like, all the same age, kind of rough yogis that are in their, 30s and 40s. Or you'll go and they're all like in their 20s on the spin bikes going like crazy, but it's so nice to be around different aged people and see how they move and and it's so inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
there's this guy at my gym that I go to, not your gym, but this guy is so muscular and strong, and he is just going to town every day, and I'm just like, yes, like that is so inspiring.
Absolutely.
Keep
Those are my
moving.
favorite people, and people get so intimidated by that type of person in the gym, but if you asked them a question, they will be the most helpful. They will give you this, that, and the other bit of information, plus think about this, and ooh, here's another bit of information, and here's my favorite move, and this is what I do, and here's what I eat. And I mean, they just love giving help and assistance and love talking, especially muscular men to women. They love, oh, you're lifting weights? Let me help you. Let me help you. And not like in a weird way, but like, I'm so excited that you're getting excited about this. It's my favorite.
That's so cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so another kind of not heavy, just question, thoughtful question.
Yeah.
If someone were like, this is inspiring me, I'm going to start working out on Monday.
Yes.
What's a little tip of advice?
Ooh. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Just going for a walk is not just going for a walk. You're going for a walk. Like, you're moving your body. You are trying to improve yourself. You start small with everything. That's how you create habits that will stay with you and will last. Start small. Don't have too high of expectations for yourself, and don't overshoot for that, because it's really easy to focus on all of the things that you did wrong or didn't do, and you forget about the 1,000 things that you did this week that were good or in line with your goals or moved you forward. So give yourself grace in, I went for a walk today, instead of, oh, all I did was walk. It's a whole mindset.
I love
shift.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. Maybe journal
Journal
to
about
keep
it.
notes
Oh,
of
yeah.
like those things you do, because it's interesting when you do. It's amazing to see. Like, oh, I went on a walk every day this weekend. I just walked my dogs, but it felt really good, and
Absolutely.
I moved every day.
Absolutely. I start a lot of my my coaching meetings with what's gone well this week, because we don't remember all of the things that have gone well, and we don't focus on the things that we did well or did right or did good. We think, oh, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about what went well. What are you proud of? You showed up for your meeting today. Great, be proud of that. You drank all your water this week. Great, be proud of that. Don't focus on those little things that we get so hung up on that feel like they derail the entire progress, but they don't. So give yourself grace and keep track of the things that have gone well.
You have such a good, warm heart. I just love being in your presence.
Thank you.
Well, Steph, the time has come. I have one final question for you.
Yes.
I want to know the space in your home that you love the most, okay? It can be a room, a nook, a chair, whatever, just a space you love to curl up or you just really enjoy.
Yes. Well, it's not inside my home. It's just outside on the back porch. I just got a really nice outdoor sectional that I love lounging on, and I was there this morning doing some studying. So having a cup of coffee out there in the morning, especially like this morning was cooler. I had a blanket and I was all tucked in with my cup of coffee. It was so wonderful. I love it.
That's awesome. And especially being outside.
Absolutely. I love being outside.
You'll just have to get a really thick blanket this winter.
Yeah.
Little fire pit.
Couple of them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, hey, Steph, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, this has been so great. And I know we're going to have you back because I have all these other things I want to talk about. She has all these other different aspects of her work that are just so amazing, and we'll have you back.
Awesome. Can't wait.
I will have more information in the show notes, so please check those out. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time. I'd like to thank our production company, Coraggio Media, the WELT 95.7 studios, and our sponsor, Good Cheese. For more information, follow the link in the show notes. Be sure to hit like, hit the subscribe button, and leave us a 5-star review. If you want to connect, find us on Facebook, and be sure to let me know what topics you'd like to hear about. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.